And I get the coffee. Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome back to the Cool Beans podcast. I'm Bri.
I'm Raymond.
And he's the cool.
She's the beans, as you already know.
So today we're going to do things a little differently. As this is our last interview podcast, we figured that we would have the atmosphere more of we're interviewing each other. So Raymond and I are actually going to be the ones answering some questions today, because we figured if you guys have stayed with us this entire time, you would want to know a little bit more about the interviewers and the people who are asking the questions rather just from other people. So we figured we'd answer some questions for you guys.
Alrighty, Bri, why don't you go first? So how about you tell us, how did you get to UVF?
So for me, actually, I haven't thought about this in a while. I had always wanted to go to an art school. And I had been looking at a whole bunch of different art schools in the area. I was going to go to Pennsylvania College of Art and Design in Lancaster. And then my mom was like, have you checked out any Christian colleges? And I was like, actually, no. And she had shown me University of Valley Forge. And I had gone on a couple tours, a couple open houses, and I had gone to a breakaway. And by the time I'd gotten to breakaway, my mind was just set that this was what I wanted to, like, this was where I wanted to go. And I just felt so at home on the campus, and I just felt like extremely comfortable and that I could be myself. I didn't have to worry about what other people thought of me or anything else. And also, because I had wanted to go into an art degree, my brain was leaning more towards photography. So I had just thought, they have photography at the University of Valley Forge, so I'll go there. But it was really interesting because I'd always had more of a passion for the visual arts and like drawing and painting, but that field is a lot more competitive to get into, so I wanted to lean more towards photography. But I had taken a graphic design course and realized that graphic design was it was so similar to visual arts, but on a computer, and it was all just digitalized, and I immediately fell in love with it, and I chose that as my major, and I transferred from photography to graphic design, and I've been there since, and I love it a lot. Yeah, so I think that answers the first question for me, and next we'll go to Raymond.
Okay, so the story about how I got to UVF, whenever I look back on it, I can totally just see the Lord's hand over the situation. So for those who don't know, I was homeschooled my entire life until coming here to UVF. And so when I found out about the school, I was over at my friend's house. We were best friends all throughout high school and beyond, and before that, just most of my entire life. And as I was leaving his house, I walked past his kitchen table, and at this point I was a junior in high school. He was a sophomore, and he went to a private Christian school. So a bunch of Christian colleges came and did college fairs at his high school. And since I was homeschooled, I hadn't really had a lot of exposure to any other schools. So when I was walking past this table, I happened to look down at all the pamphlets, and the one on the top said University of Valley Forge. And for some reason, the name just stuck in my head. That was literally all I got from going to his house, just the name, and I just couldn't forget it. So I came home and I ended up doing some research about it, and at that point I knew that I wanted to study some sort of digital media, or at that point it was photography. That was my one thing that I wanted to do, and UVF had all of that and more, and here we are now. I'm studying digital media at UVF, so yeah. Alrighty, Bri, back to you. Let's see, tell us a few challenges, or maybe just one big challenge that you faced throughout your time at UVF so far.
So for challenges with me, I was really trying to think of one that had been weighing on my heart or just that I'd really experienced, and I couldn't think of just one, because especially going into a new school and like trying to make all of like a whole bunch of new friends, that is itself a big challenge. But one that has just continuously appeared in my life, I think, especially it's mainly relating to my major, was that a lot of times I don't feel comfortable or more so confident in the work that I'm putting out there. I feel as though other people can do it a lot better than me, and that is the case. A lot of people are a lot better than I am, especially just because they've had more experience. But a lot of the times I've had to step back and look at my life and just realize that I am my own graphic designer, and what I create is unique to myself or unique to any clients that I may have, but I'm able to put my own opinions and my own ideas into something and just create it into something wonderful. And just getting the confidence in myself to create something like that and just to be comfortable in what I've created, it's definitely been a huge challenge, especially just within this past year being a sophomore. I'm really trying to dig my feet into the entire graphic design like universe and the realm that and the people that are in it. And that's definitely been a challenge, and I'm still learning to be more confident in what I'm doing and more comfortable in what I'm creating, that yes, I might not like it, but also in the end result, especially for a client, I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for someone else's business. And that's definitely something that I've had to realize, and that I'm definitely going to have to grow more confident in. But overall, that's definitely a major challenge that I've dealt with over the past like 2 years. So, yeah.
All right, so for me, I think the biggest challenge, besides transitioning from being homeschooled my whole life to going into college, is I am a person who cannot say no to anything. I like to get involved wherever I go, and I'm a people pleaser, so no matter who asks me to do something, chances are that I'll say yes, even if inwardly I don't want to do it. And that's something that I definitely struggled with, especially my third semester at UVF. This is now my fourth semester. So my third semester, I was totally overcommitted. I was in, I think, like 4 or 5 different leadership positions and just had no time to be like mentally healthy and just take care of myself. And I was just constantly pouring myself out and not being refilled. And that was a big lesson that I learned. God lined up so many different people, so many sermons that I heard just to get into my brain that it's okay to take a Sabbath and it's okay to rest. Even the Lord rested on the 7th day. He created the world and he was like, all right, I'm going to chill now. And a big wake-up call, not a wake-up call, but it kind of did serve as a wake-up call, is that the Lord can run the universe without me. I don't have to be doing all of these things for the Lord to still be sovereign and the Lord to still do his thing. So he can totally do it without me, and it's okay every once in a while to say no to things and really put myself as a priority, which sounds kind of selfish, and I really don't like that it sounds selfish, but it's not out of a selfish ambition or a selfish root. It's just out of the Lord gave us our bodies and our minds, and we should take care of them, and that should be just as much of a priority as other people as well.
And our last question for you guys, and the most fun question that we've had to ask over the series of this podcast and just with all of our interviewees, is our favorite coffee order and our favorite place to go get coffee. So Raymond, how about you answer that one first?
Okay guys, this is Editing Raymond. I don't know how, but I somehow forgot to record myself answering what my favorite coffee shop and coffee order was. So, here we go. My favorite place to get coffee is from a place called Rook. It's a smaller chain here in Jersey, and they have the best, bold, strong coffee. It's so good. And my favorite thing to get there is a hot New Orleans brew with coconut milk and agave, for sure.
For me, I actually just started drinking coffee about a year ago, so I'm still kind of getting into the whole realm of coffee, but I definitely have a lot of my friends that have helped me in to get more familiar with different coffee orders. I'll drink black coffee if it's like really good, authentic coffee. I went on a mission trip to Panama and their coffee was amazing, and I drank so much of it, and I drank it black. So that's kind of where I really learned what true coffee tastes like. But my coffee order really varies depending on where I go. Because I'll go to Starbucks, and I love Starbucks, but there I'll get like a nitro cold brew with sweet cream, or I'll get a hazelnut latte with 2 pumps of vanilla, or what else do I get? I just get a regular coffee, but I get it with cream and cinnamon dolce. And all of those are really good, but my taste in them very much changes depending on my mood, which is very interesting. And also, I love to go to Steel City. It's a little coffee shop in Phoenixville. You've probably heard a whole bunch of our interviewees talk about it. But it's amazing in there. I just get a regular coffee with cream and sometimes a little bit of vanilla. But overall, my coffee taste really just changes depending where I am. If I'm home, I will drink coffee with creamer just because my coffee at home is not the strongest or the greatest tasting, because it's not like the highest quality, because that's a lot of money. Yeah.
Alrighty, I cannot believe this is over. This is kind of like low-key sad, like bittersweet, I don't know. But hey, thank you anyone who might be watching this, anyone who watched our previous episodes. We so totally appreciate it. And I mean, who knows, we might do a channel in the future, we might do separate channels in the future, you never know. Follow us on our Instagrams, I'll put them right here. There's Bri and there's mine.
And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like it. If you guys have any comments of anything else you would like us to do, or if you want to learn more about us, we can probably put our contact information in the description below. But we just thank you guys so much for watching all of these videos that we put out, all of our podcasts that we put out, and we really hope you enjoyed them, and we thank you guys so much. And for the last time, cool beans.
Cool beans, yeah. That was for you, Tim.